Is my mic up? Okay. Trying to make sure my volume's correct. 1 second. Excuse me. Damn, I got hoarse. Trying to make sure my volume's correct. 1 second. Excuse me. Damn, I got hoarse. It may not be as loud, but it should get rid of that buzzing or hum. Trying to make sure my volume's correct. 1 second. Excuse me. Damn, I got hoarse. It may not be as loud, but it should get rid of that buzzing or hum. Man, I don't know why there's like a hum. It may not be as loud, but it should get rid of that buzzing or hum. Man, I don't know why there's like a hum. Does it still do it when I turn that off? Man, I don't know why there's like a hum. Does it still do it when I turn that off? I don't know why there's like a hum. Does it still do it when I turn that off? Well, I guess nothing's really changing. We'll just run it like this. Well, I guess nothing's really changing. We'll just run it like this. What about? I guess nothing's really changing. We'll just run it like this. Okay. What about? Okay. What about? Okay. What is up, everybody? Toothless here, and we are day 2 on our free-to-play Pelops account. Uh, we really just focused on getting the 3-star form. That way we could get our petrifying burns out. But he seems to be performing pretty good in the arena. The code that we used Goddess Wither the Crown, Ugo. We're going to be getting Ruella before too long, like 2 more levels, and we should be getting that as soon as we do a few more dungeons. We was able to pull Aisha, or yeah, Ashma, however you pronounce her name, from a shard, and she's actually a pretty potent damage dealer. And that magma shield from Pelops is just wrecking the arena. Check this out. They're a little bit higher power than me, so we'll have to see how it plays out, but I think it'll be okay. I was resizing the screen during that, so you didn't really get to show what it was doing. We'll do another fight here. But if any of y'all remember how Brogni was when he first was introduced into the game, the way his shield reflects damage, this is like that times two. And it putting the burns out on everybody is very helpful. I don't know if he would be worth the incinerate blessing whenever we get blessings for him, but it would be interesting to see. I wish it would let me slot that Discord over. Oh, they've got the new Lines Guard or whatever her name is, Gelate. Let's see what she does. After we do a few classics on this, we got to get into our lava arena on the main. We'll grind out some dungeons and stuff in the background while that's going on. The lava arena season's coming to an end, and we haven't got that final tier of rewards yet, so we got to grind that out. Even if we got to spend a few gems on tokens. See how this does against a Ezio. And Wither putting out that leech is very helpful. Oh yeah, petrified and burn him. Burn him to a crisp. I would have thought that the buff still would have triggered on that, but I guess not. It's fine. Not like it really changes the outcome. Well, we're in silver 1 now. We got the up-and-comer badge, too. Let's go up against a Frawny team. He's got Pelops, too. We got our leech out. I bet Frawny, he might kill himself when he does his AoE here. We need to get Ugo a little bit quicker. Wow, that didn't deal as much damage back as I would have thought. Oh, because it ignores shields. That's why. Okay, that makes sense. But yeah, we got to get Ugo fast enough to block the buffs that Pelops puts out. I don't know why it's not letting me resource this. There it goes. I've never played with WYTHIR on any of my accounts. I've never pulled her. But she seems to be a very strong support champion. Her heals are very, like, that 30% heal plus the continuous heals and the leech does a really good job at keeping your team up. And she's got a full team cleanse. We gotta take Asthma up to 50. She's out damaging my Kel, and my Kel is level 50 and she's level 40, so we take her up to 50. She's gonna put out some good damage. Yeah. So the attack that does not ignore shields, he just swaps himself out. Alright, we gotta pick 2 pieces of gear to upgrade to level 12. It's a matter of if we even have any gear worth upgrading to level 12. Even though we're early on, I don't want to just be wasting silver. Well, we would have had to have got an attack percentage boot to, there it is. Okay. I was going to say to be able to do the quest. I was wondering where it was. A curing set would not be a bad choice for her if it was actually decent starred. I guess we can put these on. At least they're 4-starred. Get them a little bit of crit rate. And a shield to start out. So it's magma shield and normal shield. They will stack on top of each other. What's up, man? How's it going? Talking to you in 3 different chats. Yeah. Almost as hilarious as playing 3 different accounts at once. Which, I mean, I guess I'm probably not the only. Well, I know I'm not the only person who does that, but I'd say there's more people that do that than you, I guess, initially think. Brownie, what are you doing, girl? That Bastille, though, that we got on our free to play, dude, she is crazy. This shouldn't be too bad of a team here. Well, no, they're only level 91. This should probably be a pretty easy team, actually. He did know to ban my speed, though. Which, at 408, or whatever it is, it's not really a speed lead, but it's as fast as I can make it. So it's like, it's not slow, but it's not a speed lead. Are they all on Mercurial? No, but they all have Magma Shield, which is wild. That's a lot of cardiac hearts. I should have known the Queen of Hearts was going to come in if I put all the buffs out. Yeah, I've been doing them long enough between both accounts that I've gotten used to it, but it is a little bit to keep up with. Damn fear. I thought that was going to be an easy team. I messed up when I put all them buffs out and let the Queen of Hearts cut in. I knew better than that. Oh, don't we all? Everybody needs more material. But what's the game going to be like in a couple more rotations when everyone has a bunch of material? I'm excited and dreading that time all at once. Hope we can get enough turns on Arnor to get back around to his passive. Or better yet, back to his A2. Yeah, George is going to be great. I think Maria is going to be more and more popular as the game goes on now. She's probably the next champion, or one of the next champions I'm going to be trying to build up for the reason of Mercurial. Couldn't get lucky on the stun there. Since we're pretty certain the Armons is going to be quicker than us, we're not going to take the speed aura. We're going to take Geralt's HP aura. Arnorn for the win, man. Dude, I wasn't really getting a whole lot of use out of him until I got that blessing. But now that I have the blessing and got a Helm Smasher on him, he's helping my that free to play a lot. I wish I had Osgrin. I've got two different Mikages, one's 5-star and one's 4-star, but I don't really know what teams to build with her on for this like modern arena. I'd say all ally attackers are. If you could keep, like, if you had a Pythion to keep Teox alive, where he brings that ally attack in, with Zarius, Pythion, Teox, and Donatello, I bet that would be a crazy arena team. If I was able to get Python or Pythion, whatever his name is, I'd be running that in the arena. Which one, Pythion or Teox? I'll take a free win. Considering how limited my options are on my free to play, who would be better to like help keep this steal alive? Godseeker and Eerie, Still of the Drakes, or Rector Draft? That's really the only revives I have. Yeah. Oh, is he what goes into Predator? I've never looked, and I don't have him, so it wouldn't have showed up on my like faction empowerment screen. I'm thinking Godseeker and Neri would be the best one to keep Bastille alive since she has that auto revive on death. Well, yeah, I know all three of those champions are very early game champions. Well, you could make a case that Godseeker is more mid game than early game, but still in Rector Draft, outside of Hydra, is definitely early game. Damn, I've lost this one. But they were level 100 and I'm only 70, so. I'm not a super big fan of her in PvP or either, but I'm very limited on my options. I don't really know who else could help keep her alive. Maybe Valkyrie could put a big shield on her. Well, this guy knows that Gate Smack ignores block damage with burns. He banned him. I'm assuming that's why he banned him. Can we provoke? We couldn't provoke Mariska, sadly. But we can kill her, and that will pretty much ignore her passive. So we'll take that. Go ahead and put Lazarius into her second form and see if we can take Fabian out here. Maybe the AoE will, and that way we'll put Emberus and Sippy on cooldown. Or just kill Sippy outright. That works too. Got enough for a Primal Shard. I mean, I remember just a few years ago, Newport Reds, they used to be like $3.99 a pack. Now they're over $10. Freaking crazy. Well, I don't see a Marius yet, so I guess we're safe throwing out Gizmek. I'd like to ban Cometus, but if he does throw out a Marius, we are going to have to ban that. Just because Gizmek will automatically make Marius win if not. Oh, he's got that Heraclidi, or not Heraclidi, Herculon, whatever. That new Void Argonite. I haven't went up against him yet. We'll see how rough he is. I hear he's pretty bad, like in a good way. I forgot that he enfeebled. Damn. That is a tanky Marishka. Holy cow. Not sure why he's attacking Gizmek, because, yeah, now I just get to rebob everybody. He should have focused down Siegfried. Ooh, a 6-star Eric's. That's going to be nasty. Well, you got to get them tokens, man. We're a little lackluster on our area bonuses. Our Cursed City's not looking too bad, but Hydra kind of mad, but everything else has been kind of left out. Wow, out of all of those, he banned Loki. That's surprising. He backed out and he had a nice. I'm surprised. Yeah, I mean Loki. He has or he used to carry this account, but you got to really build him with high accuracy, and you want him to be really tanky at the same time. And so once you get out of the very early game and into the mid game, you don't really have the gear to build him the way you need to. And then when you get in the end game and actually have access to the gear that you need, he's not really that good anymore. So like, yeah, he's really good for early game, but the gear messes you up mid game, and then he's just not in game. Yeah, you got to get the mythical fragments though. That's not bad, especially for 4 days. I'm not even sure what I'm at. I didn't look. 844. Yeah, I bet you've been running it out through every LA period. You only got what's it like a day and a half left? Not much time left. 'What's your win rate? Do you know? Like 8 out of 10, 7 out of 10? What? 84, nice. I don't know what mine is. Probably around 70. I would say high 60s or low 70s. What do you mean doesn't really count? I play it from the start of the season. I don't really take a break. I might skip a day here and there, but I don't wait till the end and then do a big push. Now for classic arena, that's what I do to try to hit platinum, but that's a whole different entity. I do notice that it ain't even got to be the end of the season, but just like after the first couple of days of it. Mine seems pretty random. Like I'll get easy teams for 5 or 10 battles, then it'd be basically like way better than my teams for like 5 battles, and it just kind of flip flops. I honestly didn't know it made that big of a difference from like 3 days to 3 weeks. I mean, I guess it makes sense. I just never really thought about it a lot. 2 more levels, we get Ruella. I can't believe I'm excited to get Ruella, but on that account, to have her on day 3 or day 2 and have access to a decreased defense, weaken, and speed all in the same turn, be useful so I can do Fire Knight to grind out Savage gear early on. I've noticed the like the big point number. It doesn't seem like it matters that much on like who you're going up against, because I'll go up against some people and they'll be like 15k and I win, and then I can go up against somebody that's like 5k and they beat the crap out of me. Well, they could be kind of how you are. They just waited till the end to fight, you know. Like that shows like I guess their activity points, but it doesn't really show like how well their team is. Now that is true. If they're over 20k, then yeah, they're really good. But if they're like 15 and below, I'd say it's not the best indicator. You got a 5-star give smack. Alright, check out these numbers if Steel's fixing to put out. Keep in mind how low of an account this is. 113, 372 on an AoE. Like she does, she hits crazy. Dude, you got plenty of champions. Fucking over 8,000 attack on a Siegfried. Yeah, that's insane. I don't even grasp that. No. Is he a predator? Oh, that was sucky. Damn it. That was lame. Like an Amber's for 5-1 death passive. That's pretty wild. 120k. You don't even need any speed on Predator. He could literally be like base speed and still get a good use out of him. You'll get there after some faction wars. Give it like a week of grinding out hard mode faction wars. You'll probably have you some 6-star. I will say though, on my free to play, it seems like yeah, they're not really the same team. Like it's not the same people, but it seems like I go up against the same teams like constantly. On my main too, like it seems like a lot of people are just using like the same 4 or 5 champions. And I don't mean like how I use the same team every night. I mean like everybody's using the same team. Oh, did I tell you I pulled my second Wallmaster Athorian? So now I got 2 nudes and 2 Wallmasters. Ain't no boss can stand in my way with that. Now I'm just on the Supreme Club. I'm just happy I got my Nogdar. I feel like Arakoa kind of power creeped Newt though, to be honest. Yeah, she has that triple hitter enemy max HP on her second form, and it brings a lot more like utility than what Newt brings. Yeah, a lot of people don't see that. I feel like I'm like the only person in the game that knows that she's enemy max HP. One of my buddies got in my chat last night and or on my Discord and pulled 415 primal shards, and all he got was a Frolny and I mean he got Geralt, but he got a Frolny and a Geralt, and it was 200. Like he hit the Mercy on the Frolny, and then he got Geralt like 50 later. I'd be pissed pull 300 primals to get a Frolny. The Geralt makes it worth it, but you know. One negative about this promo code that I used, it takes forever to grind out any stages because neither of these champions can do like AoE damage. I may have to just bring Kale one up for the campaign. That sucks. Back when Kamitas first came out, I pulled two of him out of like 100. I've never got a mythical from a remnant shard though. Oh, that could be a decent chest play. Depends on where the substats roll. Pelops is definitely more for a boss and arena. Anything that's wave content, he's just slow. I wasn't really pissed to get two Kamitases on the same night, but I was wanting something different. Oh, an Osgrin team. Oh yeah, that's way quicker with Kale. But to get the free champion, that would suck. To get a Mikage from a primal, then out of your remnant, considering you can make fuser, like that would suck. Which I mean, I got her out of a primal shard too, but at least with her, you can put two of her on a team and use that ally attack and buff increase, and just basically like it at least has some utility to have more than one of her. Are you waiting on 2x probbles, or what are you waiting on for it? Hey, Phoebe, can you bring me another one of them Pop Tarts? Alright. Yeah. My wife got these Girl Scout cookie coconut macaroon Pop Tarts. Dude, they are the bomb. Gear and mastery seems to be what I need the most as well. At least the masteries I can farm out. I mean, you can farm gear, but it's definitely more time consuming than the masteries. Kind of a weird choice of gear, speaking of which, but Loki and regen gear is pretty annoying in the arena. Ah, fuck. Said that and he got killed. I feel you. I'm not in a position to be that picky yet, but I'm definitely pickier than I used to be about gear, though. That's for sure. I wonder how long till the next 3x on Savage gear will be. Probably sometime this week, I would assume. I know I feel the difference between 650 resistance and 400 resistance. 2x? I thought it was 3x for Savage. I'm not sure. I think Fire Night starts tomorrow. So maybe, hopefully. That's lame. Oh yeah. Try to save me up like 5 or 10,000 energy for that. At least 5,000. I could use that on my free to play for Pelops or whatever. I'd say a lot of people are going to be grinding out the Argonauts where they've ran all these events on the new Argonauts. When Spider comes out, I definitely think that'll probably hit records for the most energy used on a specific dungeon for a lot of players. Have you noticed in your game when you kill a champion in the arena, instead of falling down, they like get stunned or stuck up in the air, like their animation sticks? It's not all the time, but like 10% of the time, I've been noticing it happen for like a month or two now. Oh wow, I've never even seen that much energy. I think the most I've ever had at one time was about 20k. You would think him being a mythical, they'd want to get that fixed. But yeah, it does seem like it happens to the mythicals more than any of the other champions, because I see it happen to Malus Arius all the time, especially when she's in her second form. I hate having to upgrade the shitty gear. Oh yeah, man. Excuse me. Have a good night. But yeah, we'll definitely get on tomorrow. Yeah, that magma shield is crazy on the damage reflection. Is it just flat out 100% of the damage reflected, or is it a percentage? I feel like it's all the damage the way it reflects back. If you had that plus reflect damage, I wonder if they would stack, because it stacks with the shield. That would be crazy. Make a hell of a go second team with that. About to make the cat commit the S word. Afraid to say it, I don't want to get banned. I thought you would use the A1. I think he used the same code that I used. Well, he got Tholen where I got Wither, but he's got Ruella. What a slow team. Yeah, we gotta figure out a champion that will keep her alive, though, because if we can keep her alive in the arena, there's no stopping her damage, and it ignores block damage and stone skin. So, like, she'll be a champion that we use all the way to the end game. We missed out on our ban, which we could have been nice and been sitting pretty comfy. Oh, we got the strip off, though. We've got to speed up Pelops, whatever his name is. At least we're petrifying everybody. But yeah, we got to get some perception gear. Get him some speed and accuracy up. Early game, I think that's the way you want to go with him. Speed, accuracy, and HP. Easy peasy. So I guess that magma shield counts towards damage to him, because he's doing more damage than Asthma and Kale combined. But that means his shield is dealing more damage than our damage dealers. Oh, that ain't good. Oh, because we ain't got him under a burn, that's why. here goes Garo. Dude, that is crazy. Bring Sir Nick for the unkillable, I think we'll be okay. Oh, you got this steal. Wow. Jealous. I'd love to have her on this early of an account. Surprisingly, it did not hit like I thought. I figured she's about to wipe the whole party. That's the first fight we've lost on this account. But we played that poorly. Yeah, we need to improve the gear. I've noticed most of these other Pelops don't have that 3-star ascension, and having that petrify passive is so important for the arena. I feel like they're missing out on half of the champion not having that. And he's not immune to petrify and stuff if he doesn't have that passive. So I can petrify and burn him, but he can't me due to that. got Caveron. Let's go up against him, see how that plays out. It didn't go out too well for him. What about old Durandil? I would have liked to have pulled him. Oh, excuse me. Bambus and Razzlebark and Madame Siri. How did he get Madame Siri to go through? I've tried 5 or 6 different ways to get it to go through, and I could not get it to work. WYTHIR. I always forget what he does. Triple hitter with increase of all debuffs. Double hitter with a block buff, decrease attack heal reduction. That's a good combo. Single hitter with the debuff spread and a perfect veil on himself. It's perfect veil on himself at the start of each round. Huh. What's his base stats? Nothing too crazy on the base stats, but actually pretty low. But that's a pretty good kid. Back just in time to see the last man fall. And we made it up to silver too. Let's try out Tuatarok to win Iraq. Fairly tanky. He took the Farrakhan code as well. I'd like to have me a Galapagos this early on in the game. He's one of my favorite epics that's been added in recent time. Probably my favorite epic of 2026 so far. Damn, that's a lot of buffs out. We gotta get some accuracy on asthma as well. Damn, how did I lose to that team? One second, I gotta grab some. We've got so many of them mythical shards in this one. Like over like 1.5k. He does have the blessing on his Pelops. Wait, is that 10k? Oh, that's for these. I thought it was for the artifacts. Yeah, I think they outplayed us on that one. Which we are lacking good gear. We need to try to go ahead and get us up to level 30. I would also like to farm out a stun set for Wither. I feel like that's probably the best gear piece to put on her. I just leech on everybody. Leech on top of life still is pretty wild. How far are we up the Classic Arena tournament at this point? About 100 points behind first place. Oh, see how damaged that CO. I didn't see that coming. She outdamaged Kale and Xenomorph as well. I'm surprised she did that well in Clan Boss. She'd probably do okay in Chimera then. We really need some better boots. Is it still champion training? I believe so. Yeah. Pretty far behind getting that mythical material, though, sadly. What's up, Ubix? How's it going? Oh, we finally got a ring. Okay. It went triplet to the flat stat HB. When we get some Chaos Ore, we probably will reroll. Well, I don't know. It's only 3-star. Who'd we want to take to 60? We've got the stuff to take two of them. Let's throw just some random gear on Nogdar and level him on up to 60. That actually might be the one we want. Oh no. Let's see where this takes us. Attack and crit damage. It's only a flat stat, but still. Not Beta. What's the other two piece that ignores 5% of their defense? Cool. Oh, I'm doing good. Yeah, we're just throwing some random gear on him. We're not make and he's not going to be like a main champion that we use. He's more or less going to be delegated to like Faction Wars or Cursed City. Probably not even Faction Wars. Probably Cursed City. But we're not going to be using him in the arena, though. I have plenty of mythicals for that. Um, I've been using him on this new free account that I started yesterday, and I feel like he's amazing in the arena. He's not really that good in waves. Well, it's not even that he's bad in waves, he's just really slow. But for bosses and in the arena, I feel like he's definitely an A champion, like an A tier champion. In the arena, he's probably like an A minus, and on like boss, it's probably like an A plus. But I don't know, man. That magma shield reflects all the damage, not a percentage, and that's very strong if you get a good shield on him. Got a little overkill on the crit rate, but it'd be okay. Oh, I agree. And his shield stacks on top of like a standard shield, so I could definitely see him being used in a bunch of areas. And I have the worst luck when it comes to primal shards. At least we finally got our cat's, not cat's gaze, our Alice relic fragments. Let's see what we get out of them. Never have too many malefic talons. Oh wow, sound like you're kind of ahead of the game. Did you pull any of the epics out of shards? Not very lucky on these relics tonight. Another Wanda submission. Dude, we've gotten like 7 of these in the last week. I mean, it's one of them relics that you can never have too many of, but I'd like to see something new. Oh, nice. Not necessarily what you want to see out of a sacred shard, but since it is for the fusion, not the worst thing that could have came out. Royal Digit. I've never seen that relic before. 20% chance to decrease damage by 10%. What's your thoughts on the new fusion outside of using him in like clan boss teams? Do you have the Titus to pair him with? You was talking about using him in clan boss with the shield. Yeah, I agree. He's not definitely not OP, but I, I I don't really want any more OP champions in the game because it's making all these older champions obsolete. So I'm happy for just a good, solid B plus, A minus tier champion. Now the Void Legendary from the Argonauts, he is pretty OP. But it is nice to have a fusion that brings something unique that you can only get from this champion in the game. So far, I'm sure they'll add more champions in the future that have Magma Shield, but as it stands, he is the only champion that can bring that. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, you supersonic gear kind of killed Sippy. Which out of the legendaries for the Argonauts is your favorite? Which one do you think would be the best? Excluding the Void, because yeah, obviously he's going to be like probably in the top five champions in the game. But except for the Void legendary, which of the other four legendaries do you like the best? Dude, that's crazy. I wish I had Solinar. I didn't do the fusion because for Nodula or Noldua, whatever her name is, because I just didn't figure I would ever get Solinar. But I wish I would. I wish I had Solinar, man. He seems like a crazy champion. Palace, the one that revives and has the ally attack on the A1. Is that who you're talking about? Speaking of crazy new champions, not from this faction, but Bastille, the new Sylvan Watcher champion, I pulled her on my free to play account a few days ago. Dude, she is crazy. She ignores block damage and stone skin, like all of stone skin, and also hits for like 3 to 400k per head on an AOE. And she has fervor. I don't know. I'm not going to say there's not any other champions that bring fervor, but I can't think of any others. And she looks cool. Like aesthetically, she's a cool looking champion as well. Yeah, to an extent, but she's still pretty rough to go up against. You have to kind of form your whole team, or at least part of your team, to be able to fight her. And any champion that makes you change up your team setup, definitely one worth taking note of. Ah, shoot, I didn't mean to take that champion off. How long have you been playing? How old's your raid account? Yeah, they add a bunch of champions that ignore a buff, or sorry, they add a bunch of champions that bring a buff, then they add a bunch that ignore the buff. It's constantly like an up and down roller coaster. But yeah, this girl Bastille here, while she's very squishy, she is. I've heard people call her Georgia 2.0, and I definitely see why. She's squishy and hard to keep alive, though. Yeah. Uh, I played it kind of like you're saying when it first came out, but I laid out of it till probably I think 2021 is when I started back into it, and I've been going pretty much daily ever since. Oh, nice. What was on it when you won it? Kaimar's pretty good. I prefer Yumiko and or maybe even Donatello at this point. He's been kind of power crept. Ninja is still amazing. He's on my Chimera team. Raglan's, she's really good now after the buff. And not to hop on the hop train or anything, but she is like one of the best Mercurial Gear champions. I think I'm gonna build up my Maria to help like counter the Mercurial and just like if I see a bunch of champions that I feel like is gonna be running Mercurial, bring her in. It's crazy, man. Ninja out damages Newt, which that almost never happens. On the highest difficulty, are you able to do it? I haven't been able to get the top. Well, not with one key, but yeah, I haven't been able to get the top chest with one key yet. Oh hell yeah, yeah, that's way above mine. It sounds like you got a really good account. can't believe it took me this many runs to get a Saurus on this account. Not even that I'm probably not going to use him outside of Faction Wars early on. Just normally you see a ton of him early game and none. What's in the chest? 30 gems. Oh, that's cool. I've never even seen an offer to buy the fragments for anybody. Is there something special you have to do for them, or do they just like show up in the shop, or how'd you find it? What do you mean this is the pack you get? I guess because if I ever skip a fusion, it's either normally it's either all or nothing. I don't do like half of it and then not do the other half. Maybe that's why I've never seen one. Yeah, I'm not seeing the link. But it is good to know. I didn't know that you could even do that. So is it so it's literally like per fragment? So like say you need 37 fragments, it would be what, $74? I guess is what that would equal out to. Either way though, that's cool though. I didn't like I said, I didn't know that, so always cool to learn something new. I pulled Wallmaster earlier today and makes my second Wallmaster. I got two newts. So should be able to do any boss in the game at that point. Thinking about building up the second Wallmaster and doubling down with him on Hydra. I feel like two Wallmasters and a reset champion would be a pretty crazy damage output. I just wish it would be like new champions. It seems like anytime I get a legendary, I get old champions. I also got Nogdar and Ralph Matop last night, and it's just like it keeps giving me these old champions. I want the new broken OP champions, not the old power gripped ones. Yeah, it's kind of where I'm coming from. Wallmaster's really good, but he's probably the best champion that I got out of the like five legendaries I pulled. Who all did you get? I do feel like Pelops is worth booking now that I'm thinking about it. When I was starting the account, I wasn't really confident that he would be like who I picked to put the free books that you get into, but the more I play it, I feel like he's probably needs them more than Wither. To get that shield bigger, that would mean you could reflect more damage back, and it does seem like that's the main source of damage he puts out. Fina? Uh, wait, no, Fina wasn't the fusion. Incarnate. Yeah, she's pretty rough. Uh, man, I wish I had a Pantheon. I've already got Lazarius, Teox, and Donatello. If I had a Pantheon on the team, that would be a hell of an arena team. Samar Gemstone, though, he's very niche. He's good in like one or two places in the game. I don't remember. Are you meaning Cupidus? Or is Cepidus a champion that I'm just not thinking of? Do you got Calvalax to pair with Teox? I run on my Teox team. I do Lazarius, Gizmac because the burns boost Teox even more, and Calvalax for the poisons, and the fourth slot is kind of swapped out for any reviver or anybody that can help keep the team alive. Although I will say, I don't think Teox is quite the arena monster that he used to be just because of all the block damage and unkillable in the arena now. Well, I got two Calvalaxes, but Calvalax is really good if they're not covered in stone skin and mercurial. know, man, and it's just going to be worse. Imagine if it's already this bad. Imagine how bad it's going to be. Like three more Grim City rotations down the road. Going to be ridiculous. That's this is pretty crazy. There's no cooldown on that passive, so it's just well, it didn't one shot her, but it one shotted like the 11 champions building up to that. That was kind of funny. Yeah, I know the numbers aren't impressive or anything. It was just funny to see. It's basically like you ain't getting a turn. He's got a 115% crit rate. He's still weak hit. I thought a weak affinity was well. I mean that would still leave him at 80% crit rate. So I guess he could weak hit like 1 out of 5 turns mathematically, but it's definitely weak hitting more than 1 out of 5. You're good, man. It's fun chatting with you either way. You too, man. If you want to add me on Discord, ever want to share any of your pulls or anything, I'll send my Discord link real quick. Just be sure to put the underscore in under it. Cool, cool. And ain't that just what you love to see out of a primal? Two campaign farmables. I didn't realize I had enough souls for summon Rion and Scion. Oh, it's champion, the summoning event, not champion chase. We will, wait and do Scion whenever there's champion chase. Not like we're going to use that champion anyways. But Rion, we can go ahead and get some use out of on this account probably. Rion, Ron, however you pronounce it. Where are we from 30? Oh, we're getting there. I just noticed on Vestal's kit, um, her skill, no, it's her passive, student of Glaycat. I wonder if her and Glaycat the Meltwater has anything in common. Because, well, obviously, because her A3 is Meltwater Flood. So her and Glaycat, they're like, I don't know if they're brother and sister or family or whatever, but they definitely have a lot, like, in common lore-wise. You can just tell from the names of their skills. Kind of interesting. How are we going to fare against the Rat King? Nice. Just made him kill himself. I still don't know how they were able to get Madame Suri. I tried it on my mobile, deleting my account, re-logging in, and every time, even though this account's obviously brand new, it kept saying that the package was expired or whatever. I don't know what I was doing wrong. Not sure where I got that legendary book from, but we'll take it. Nice. That's about as good as you could hope for that piece there. trying to remember who it was we was putting books into last. Maybe the top suit. Oh no, Gallipo. Then we can go back into the top suit. Okay. I remember what our plan was. Of course, they would both go into the A1. It'd be too easy to go into the A3. Not quit. Alright, guys, I'm gonna have to get off here and go to bed as soon as this clan boss ends. I'll let it run and see what we get on our key first, but I'm gonna be shutting it down here in a second. Thanks for watching, y'all. Like everyone else says, if you don't mind, like and subscribe. Not like I've done anything special to earn it, but I would appreciate it. I'm actually kind of surprised how smoothly this is going. We might get a 1 key on our first try. That magma shield's helping out with the damage, that's for sure. I was expecting Kel to get the most damage, but I don't know, Pelops or Pelops, whatever, he might get it. Thanks, man. Yeah, I'm not even sure where they all came from. Oh yeah, that was a big damage back from the magma shield. 3.7. Yeah, Pelops out damaged Kel and he was a weak affinity. Was not expecting that. never realized how much I was built like the Demon Lord. That's kind of what I look like without it when I'm in a pool. Trying to figure out how to say that without sounding weird. Can we make it to three? Nope. Sorry to say, can we make it to 3 mil? But no. Oh, we did hit 3 mil. Just barely, but we did. Alright, that's it. I have to go to bed. Thank y'all for watching.